Let's talk about helpful acronyms. Hey everyone, Dylan Schumacher, Citadel Defense, and I'm going to see if I can do a fancy editing thing with this and put some letters and words right here as we talk. So I want to talk about some helpful acronyms. So let's talk about helpful acronyms. There are some things from the full-time big army that we should absolutely copy as everyday American Minutemen because they're super helpful. And one of those is the SEALS Halt, right? At least that's how I think you pronounce it. I don't know, I'm pretty sure we'll find out, you know, if you pronounce it different, that's cool too. But that stands for SLLS, right? Stop, look, listen, smell. And the SEALS Halt is a very effective tool on patrolling, right? So usually you're gonna patrol in somewhere, right? You're gonna leave friendly lines, whatever that means for you. And after you get about 50 to 100 yards, or maybe 50 to 200 yards, let's say, into your kind of area of operations, it's a good idea to take a SEALS Halt, right? So we are going to stop. Everyone's gonna sit down, drink some water, get comfortable. You're gonna be here for 5, 15 minutes, something like that. And just let the environment get used to you, right? So let all the normal animal chatter come back. Let the squirrels start to play, let the environment get used to you. And you can start to find out what the baseline is for the environment. What's normal here, right? When I go out in the dead of winter sometimes, the normal is just dead quiet. There's no birds, there's nothing. It's just quiet. But that's the baseline, right? If the baseline was birds chirping and whatever, and all of a sudden everything just got really quiet, well, that's a change in the baseline, right? That means the environment has changed. What's happened? Is there a skinwalker? Is there a predator? What's changed in the environment, right? Now that I said that, I need to check behind me because it kind of freaked me out, right? So anyway, what's the change in the environment? So you want to stop. You're trying to find out what that baseline is. We're going to find out what that baseline is by looking, right? We're going to look with our eyeballs around at stuff, right? We're looking for bad guys, we're looking for animals, we're looking for natural colors in the environment, we're looking to see, hey, do I need to maybe change up my camouflage? Do I need to maybe, make some modifications to my kit here? I'm looking at the environment to establish what is the baseline of what things look like, right? If I just came out of a semi-arid mountain terrain and now I'm coming down slope a little bit and now I'm in a bunch of woods, well, maybe I need to rip out some of that dry, dead grass that I had stuffed in my ruck and replace it with some green leaves, or just rip it out because my backpack's already woodland, or whatever. You get the idea here, right? You're going to listen. This becomes particularly important at night, right? So you want to listen to the environment. What are the normal sounds? Right now, I'm out here, I hear some birds talking, there's some wind, there's a bunch of cows back over that way that move from time to time, right? That's the normal sounds in my environment. So I'm trying to establish what are those normal sounds. Again, if all those birds just stopped an instant, that'd kind of freak me out. I'd want to look around to see what else is out here, right? So you want to have that baseline of what does the environment sound like. You're going to smell, right? Use your nose. That's important. That's usually one of the least used senses, probably among people. I don't have a stat to back that up. I'm just making that up right now. But you're going to smell, and you're going to smell for the 5 F's, which are food, right? Do you smell food? Fire, right? Do you smell fire? Fuel, gasoline, diesel. Food, fire, fuel, feces. Do you smell poo? And then freshly turned up soil, right? Which I think is probably the hardest one to actually smell. You're gonna smell for the 5 F's. Food, fire, fuel, feces, freshly turned up soil, right? So if you smell one of those, that indicates human presence, right? That's why we're smelling for those. So if we, fuel doesn't naturally occur in nature, right? It's a man-made thing. Same with fire. 95% of the time, fire is a man-made thing, right? So if we smell these things, that means that there are people in the area that we need to be aware of, right? You could smell it from decently far away, right? Especially depending on how the wind is moving and how big the fire is or the gas station or whatever. You get the point here, right? So that's the SEALS Halt. You should use a SEALS Halt anytime you start a patrol, anytime you enter a new area, right? If you are in one wood line and you cross a field for whatever reason, let's say you had to, you get over to this other wood line, it's a good idea to do a SEAL's halt. If you have to cross a river or a stream or something, it's probably a good idea to do a SEAL's halt. You really can't do them too often. It's pretty hard to abuse in that fashion. So highly recommend, if you don't already, incorporate the SEAL's halt. I hope this is a helpful little learning tidbit for you so that you understand what a SEAL's halt is, how you should use it, why you should use it, and how it'll help keep you less dead. Do brave deeds and endure.